Europe is blowing itself apart. You have all this stuff going on over there, trying to go after farmers, and I can tell you that even you can look it up. The minister of the Greens, all right, in Germany, pro-war. Why? All right, this is the Green Party. Oh, because Russia is the biggest producer of fossil fuels, and we need to really conquer Russia to save the planet.
Oh boy, nutty.
You have a minister from Estonia come out and say, oh, Russia's too big and needs to be broken up.
That ain't gonna happen. Sorry.
If Putin came to the United States and said, gee, the United States is too big, it should be broken up, what would we say about that?
I want to close with these pardons. Okay, so they got all these blanket pardons. We're back to a collapse in the rule of law and the end of the Democrat Party. So they're talking about crazy amounts of pardons. Will you tell me what you've heard and what does that mean to the this collapse in the rule of law and the end of America as we know it?
Basically, this is driving a stake right through it. Once Biden does this,
blanket pardons for everybody.
He's probably going to do blanket pardons for a number of people in the Democratic Party. And they're not charged with anything. There's no allegations against them yet. But he's going to pardon them for what? They could have killed somebody. That's okay. This is not the way America is supposed to be. All right? Doing this nonsense, and they have been ruthless in what they've done. Liz Cheney, she does belong in prison for a very long time, if not life. They're just disgusting people. I mean,
and all these pardons is going to signal ding 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 end of America as we know it.
Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, it's gonna have a real detrimental impact upon the Democratic Party. It's basically going to make them all look like a bunch of thieves and crooks and whatever. And fine, okay, pardon me, so he can't do anything to me because I lied about everything else.
Wow.
Look, go ahead, do it.
Is Trump going to pardon? It telling me if Trump could walk in, put his hand on the Bible, turn right around when he's done saying, "I'm president now." Okay, yes. Okay, I'm going to pardon everybody in the J16. Release them. Can he do that?
He should.
So he could do that. He could easily, because they've been charged, convicted. Of course, it's what a kangaroo nightmare mess. And they did it because of your thing where they were getting ready to investigate. 7 states were going to investigate the fraud and corruption of the election of 2020, and they had to have an emergency. This is according to you, and I trust you. And they short-circuited the whole investigation. Boom, right there in Congress. And then they say, oh, the emergency was these people. They were going to burn the Capitol down or whatever.
Look, the FBI even testified before Congress. They could not tell them how many of their agents were even present.
I heard it was so many. I heard it was at least 200. 200.
All right. They're probably the ones that broke in the windows. As soon as they got them to go in, Pelosi was able to declare emergency rules. And what did she do? Emergency rules, she shut down the challenges to the 7 states. How is a state to be challenged? It states it must be debated between, on the floor before the full House. So then part 2, what did she do? Oh, COVID rules. Huh. No more than 53 people are allowed to be on the floor at one time. That's how they stole the election.
That weasel, Lindsey Graham, stood up and said, oh, I don't see any cheating. I think Mitch McConnell did the same thing. Just to let you know, for the people who are Republican, those weasels should be in jail too.
Yes.
Because they were co-conspirators. It was, that I used to say that Republicans and Democrats used to take turns ripping us off. Now they team up.
Oh yeah, no, they do. It's Mitch McConnell's a horrible person, in my opinion. But this is how they stole the election. It's not whether some little old lady counted the votes twice or this or the voting machines. I mean, all of that's very nice, incidental stuff. Maybe true, maybe not true. Who knows? It's the count. Even Joseph Stalin said you can vote for whoever you want. It's the person that counts the votes that decides the election. That was Stalin.
Are they going to do something about voter fraud if we do have another election? Does your computer see them doing something about voter fraud?
I'm not sure we're going to be able to even have that discussion.
Oh, okay. Let me go on. Gold. You've said in the past, and I've listened to you many times, and it makes sense to me. You said that it's not really for inflation. Yeah, maybe a little, but it's for government distrust in government. Gold goes up when. Okay, so what about gold and silver? Should you be holding some gold and silver with Bitcoin at 100,000? Should be holding. Because gold's still at 26 and change. Silver's still at 31, but it's cheap as hell. Should you be holding gold and silver going into this, along with food and water?
Yes, because mainly look, there's always going to be an underground economy. I don't care what government you look at or whatever. All right, and Bitcoin or digital currencies, whatever, that's not where it's going to be. All right, trust me, I was here in Florida. We had 2 storms. What happened? When you lose power, what are you going to do? All right. There goes your Bitcoin. You can't use it. All right. You don't want something that's dependent upon a power grid. It's, that's basically what you're looking at. You couldn't even use a credit card. There's stores, the power was down. You couldn't even swipe a card in to buy something.
So you would be holding gold, silver. Would you be holding cash? I guess cash is, you don't have to explain. Here's a $100 bill. You have to explain it.
For right now, cash, okay. Eventually they will. The object here is to eliminate cash. So they get taxes. And I've spoke to both sides of the Atlantic. They have the same number. They assume that 35% of the economy is underground. And people don't pay taxes. That's what this digital stuff is all about. All right? That 16-year-old girl next door you hire to watch the kids while you and your wife go out to dinner. Oh, you gave her $50. That's why the government's coming down, because she didn't pay taxes. This is the way these people look at it. We are the enemy. I'm telling you, we are the enemy. As I said before, I was in Vancouver, and I couldn't believe it. What actually came out of, I don't even remember her name, but you can probably Google it up. One of the socialists up there in Canada. She said, everything you earn, it belongs to the state. All right?
That's communism.
It's communism. They decide what you're allowed to keep. Isn't that what Schwab is saying? You'll own nothing, but you'll be happy.
And
this is what it's about. These people blow up all the time. I'm not the problem. You are the problem. If you paid what you're supposed to, I wouldn't have this problem. And I've argued with them, look, this is part of the reason they want Russia.
And they will not be successful in this CBCD. People are going to revolt like they did with the whole Trump thing. They couldn't cheat their way through it. You're saying they cheated more this time than in 2020.
Oh, yeah, of course. But,
wow.
Look, as I said, I'm here in Florida. We had two hurricanes, all right? Without power, digital currency is worthless. Absolutely worthless. This system is not going to be sustainable. It's crazy. But all they're looking at is, from their perspective, how much taxes can I get? And they want money all the time. And I've told them, I don't care how much you collect, you will always spend more. Because our system is broke at the very core of it. All right? As I said, the Democratic Party is about to become extinct. All they do is vote for me, I'll steal it from this guy, and I'll give it to you. All right? That does not work. All right? And That's what it's all about all the time.
Wow.
That's Schwab. I mean, in saying you'll own nothing and be happy. He's trying to make it sound that they're going to default on, wipe out all debts, and I'm doing it for you. No, it's for them. Governments fail when you cannot sell the new debt to pay off the old. It's a Ponzi scheme.
And you think that's coming?
Oh, it's definitely coming. Look, look at France. The first time French government interest rates went above corporate. Then, because of all the confidence declining in France, French interest rates went higher than Greece. This is France. When you lose confidence in government, it's all over.
And there you go.
This is why they want war. They want war to say, as a distraction, do what we say, martial law, etc., blah, 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 blah.
Anything looking forward with your, you had just your big, that's a good call on my part. I knew it would. Everybody would want to pile into, especially when they found out you were absolutely right about everything. Swept all houses, landslide, tried to kill Trump. The Doge thing, they're going to have to cut spending. And Trump's looking at this like any CEO going, where's the fat? We can't keep spending like this. Is that right? Is that going to help?
Yeah, no, it's going to help. I mean, this is a war now with the deep state. And they are not going to take this, lightly. You're going to see all kinds of protests that they're going to organize. They're going to do everything they possibly can to obstruct Trump and his agenda. This is all about them. This is not about the country. All right, so this is what they're trying to do. You're taking the trough away from all the pigs over there and not going to have anything to eat. So they're going to fight for their very life. That's what our 2032 is about. This form of government is collapsing. It's not sustainable. It's just not. Democracy is when the people vote, not representatives. And
everybody's bought off.
Civilization functions only when everybody benefits. But look at our political system. Vote for me, and I'll punish the other side. That's not civilization.
Yeah. Anything coming up? Your biggest live stream. You're always sold out at your economic conferences, not forum. I know that Schwab stole that from you. But anyway, anything coming up on the horizon? When's your next conference? I know it's way in the future, but when's your next conference that you're going to have?
We're probably going to do one maybe in April down in Dubai.
Okay, and that'll be live streaming too.
Yeah, that way people can come from all the countries, Russia, China, whatever.
You're in the center of the world.
No restrictions there. So I think that's probably the best thing for everybody to get together down there. And there's one documentary I think is going to be coming out in January on the CBDC stuff that I was in. The End of Money, and Marcus Vetter's putting out the Forecaster, 2024, where he's reviewing all the forecasts for the last 10 years. And then there's the Hollywood movie that they're taking the Forecaster and turning it in with actors and stuff like that.
They're doing a movie about you.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
I don't know who's going to play me, but
it'll be somebody cool. It'll be somebody good. So you'll give me that link. I'll put it in after the interview section of the End of Money, right? You have that's a trailer.
Yeah. Well, I just posted it today.
Can you send me the link for that where it is, and I'll be happy to put it up. You're in the thing about the End of Money, which is you've been talking about how evil this is. And so, hats off to you for sticking your neck out. I'm surprised that people aren't trying to do what they did to Trump to you because and you've been right.
Well, they tried to